Melo spoke about it, him having to alter his game, adding a jump shot because of how well you would swipe down and rip him on his post move. So talk to us a little bit about like just, you know, those matchups, the toughest matchups you had in that era in those early 2000s.
Listen, there was no night off for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally no night off for me. You know, Melo was a bully. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
He was like, he gonna beat you up, and afterwards you feel it. You like, damn, dog, my rib hurt. It wasn't hurting during the game though.
I tell people all the time, I never used to ice, right? Like my first 2-3 years in the season, I used to have bags everywhere after playing Melo. And it was only Melo I felt like this.
But I'm telling you, dog, he just beat you all up. You're like, God damn, dog, why are you wrestling? What are you wrestling for? Right? But it was like Melo one night, then it was Ray Allen, then it was Tracy McGrady, then it was Vince Carter, then it was Kobe Bryant. It was like, for me, I have to guard those guys. I'm not sitting there roaming around, right? I got to guard them. So, you know, when I played, I had to stay laser focused because I knew somebody's trying to bust my ass the next night anyway.
Was there ever moments where Kobe would kind of let that wall down with you guys being in LA, or was it just, hey, I'm with the Clippers, you with the Lakers, I see you, we see you? Was there any tension? Was there, or it was kind of just whatever? We play for different teams, and that's where it all falls.
Yeah, no, you know, what the great thing about that is the more mature you become, it's kind of like the gladiator battle where I don't expect Paul George, I don't expect Kobe Bryant, I don't expect Kawhi Leonard, I don't expect anyone to take it easy on me, right? Because when you do, it's like you feel sorry for me, and that's disrespectful. So we understood that kind of midway into my career, where it's like, I love you, but I'm coming to bust your ass now, right? So, and I want you to do the same thing. I want you to come at me. So that respect was there. So, I mean, we're not on the phone keying all the goddamn time, but, you know, when we saw each other, it was hug, it was how's family, and let's get to work kind of thing, right? So, you know, it's just an understanding that it's not personal, right? But, you know, it was never where he just understood how to compartmentalize his emotions, right? And I think younger people need to try to learn that as well now. So the game can be more competitive. Like OKC don't care about nobody. They're not friendly with nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They coming for your head every night, every possession.
Listen, man, every one of them got a katana. They chopping heads off.
Yep.
Steve, it was only a certain amount of point guards that was as athletic, the Baron Davises of the world, the Stephon Marbury's of the world, right? And then, you know, because John Stockton, I love him to death. Gary Payton, love him to death, but they were getting older. So the Jason Williams of the world, the Baron Davises of the world, the Andre Millers of the world, you know what I'm saying? Like Steve had to worry about them. I had to worry about really athletic, do everything two guards and threes. And Melo and Brian come in. I'm like, damn, D Wade. I'm like, this shit ain't fair, dog.
It ain't fair.
This is the craziest thing in the world.
Right. Talk to us a little bit, just because like that is, I think, a lost art, and it's a mindset and mentality. And where did the appreciation for you to be a two-way player? Because not like guys run away from playing one side or the other, right? They don't want to do both. Like where did that appreciation come from where you wanted to dominate on both ends?
Right, so, okay, so I'm going to back up real quick. Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston was a problem too. You know what I'm saying? And they were on the same team. So, I mean, you had to get real good sleep because the next day, even if you switch off on one of them is spotting up or one dribble, kill assassin. And the other one was, you know, on the fast break most of the time with Latrell.
Slasher,
like, yeah. So I had to, your brain, and I was telling, and remind me to speak to you guys about this later on, but your brain has to switch on your opponent. So if Allen Houston is, you know, catch and shoot or one dribble, two dribble pull-ups, and then Latrell Sprewell was more attack downhill on the fast break, I don't care what you think you can't do. You better do this or you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shout out them because they were phenomenal. But, you know, for me, man, I think it's just, I got this from Kobe and Aaron McKee and Eddie Jones. You know, they were all great defenders. And you couldn't play when we were younger if you couldn't defend, right? Like they wouldn't even pick you. So it was instilled in me to compete. Even if you busting my ass, like it's instilled in me to like, listen, I got to make this difficult for you, right? And I'm sure you're going to make it difficult for me. So what I don't think young people understand is if I know Paul George is coming down, he's in his sleep 25. I got to make that difficult. I got to see how good I am defensively or what I lack so I can become better at the sport that I love. And then offensively, I got to understand, okay, if Paul forces me to my right is a little weak, what do I got to work on in the summer? If I can't catch and shoot, if I can't one dribble pull up, if I can't post up, if I can't attack the rim, I got to go up against them and do my best so I can understand where I'm lacking at so I can become better for the next year or for the next time we play. That's how I thought. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys run from, and this is real life, a lot of people run from the problem, right? And the problem disguises itself in different form. And before you know it, you're 40 years old and you still got the same issue. Yeah, it still smells like that because you never cleaned the shit from underneath the rug, right? It just got the shit got harder and it's stuck to the rug now.
Yeah. Message.
Why is it like that though, Cuttino? Like, because P has talked about this before too. Is that when he got into the league, he had to play defense and he wanted to compete on both sides of the ball. And in today's NBA, there's a lot of guys that are just defensive liabilities. They're only there for offense. When or why did that change from you got to be able to defend somebody? And then now fast forward, it's like you don't even have to be a defender. You could just be a good rebounder, a good shooter, a good, defense it's not prioritized like it was. Why did it change?
You know what? I have my theory. I think it's AAU, a lot of fraternizing, right?
Yeah.
And then the insecurity of false confidence that I see in players where if they stop you, they poke their chest out. If you score, I wasn't trying as hard, right? And that starts in AAU, right? Because some teams in AAU are loaded. So when you're playing defense, it's other athletic guys on the side of you or behind you. So are you really maximizing your ability to play defense one-on-one? No, you're not, right?
Yep.
Opposed to if I'm on a team where I'm the primary defender and I got to do a little extra work so we have a chance to even compete against this team that on the other end. You don't have that a lot, right? So then now what you do is you start to learn how to escape. You cover and escape the insecurities that you have for this false sense of, well, I'm going to get buckets too. And it's like, well, that's just part of life. The other part is attacking the issue, right? To figure out how good can I become. Everybody wants the Mamba mentality, but then when Mamba shows up, you don't want that mentality.